All right, here's Steve Sievers for Bionic Buzz here with Matt. What'd you think of Horror Made Here at the Warner Brothers backlot?
Thought it was a strong effort. There
Yeah.
was four mazes that you can walk through, and they were pretty long and well detailed. And if you're a fan of the It franchise or of the Conjuring, I thought that those were two really strong mazes.
Oh, I think I loved everything. We're going to go through everything they offer here. First off, let's go through what they offer. They have a Lost Boys arcade, and the arcade games are free. And there's some Lost Boys stuff in there, not a lot though, but for you diehard fans, you definitely pick up some things.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool spot to go play Pac-Man or Donkey Kong or Space Invaders and hang out for a little bit.
Yeah. And then there is a bar from True Blood, Fangtasia. I've never seen True Blood, but from what I've heard from fans in there, it's for your diehard fans, you will like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never watched True Blood either, but they have like the throne that one of the Skarsgård sits on, I guess, and they have this.
The alcohol drink.
Yeah, they have this blood packet. It's blood bag that is some sort of vodka drink, and it's
pretty strong.
Yeah,
and it's very tasteful. So we that. And for you merch fans, they have Little Shop of Horrors. Nothing really for Little Shop of Horrors really in there. I was hoping for like a plant photo op, but all your merch opportunities, toys, they have everything in there.
There was stuff from It. There was stuff from The Shining. There was stuff from Friday the 13th. There was the Ouija. There was lots of different merch from different horror movies,
including some exclusive merch just for this. So let's go through the mazes. First, before we get into mazes, we should say you aren't allowed to wear makeup here. There is a makeup demo here, and we got volunteered to go up there and do it, and it was cool. You get to ask the makeup artist questions while they're up there, and if you get lucky, you get to pick and get makeup for you. So
shout out to Trista. She did this.
Yeah. So I forgot that. That was one of the other things ever. So for the mazes, we'll start off with the tram one. Nightmare on Camp Crystal Lake. You have to basically take the tram over to the jungle set where they filmed like a bunch of different movies over there.
Yeah, if you've ever been to the Warner Brothers studio tour during the day, they use the same tram cars that they do for the studio tour. And you get a small little tour as you go through the streets. They kind of point out a few things that
it's horror based, so let's say this horror movie was filmed here, so you kind of go on the same streets like you said and tour, but it's more
but then you got dropped off at Camp Crystal Lake, you get to walk through cabins and see campers, and they've kind of blended the Jason and Freddy together into one.
So if you're a fan of Freddy vs. Jason, there's going to be some cool stuff in there. And I like it because it's not really a maze. It's a walkthrough outside. So if you remember like a lot of, I've been to a bunch of mazes like that. It's like, I wouldn't say call it a maze. You do go inside at one point, so.
Yeah. I mean, you walk. It's a walkthrough, just like anything. I mean, none of these are really mazes. You don't really get lost in any of them. They're really just walk.
Well, speaking of one that wasn't a maze, The Exorcist. Basically, if you've ever been to the lot here, they have the church that the Lost Boys was filmed at, Gilmore Girls, and they show parts of The Exorcist actually film. I think about like 10 minutes worth, but they have live actors in there and like stuff falls.
They call it the forbidden screening, and it's really just like you're watching scenes from the classic Exorcist movie, and there's stuff happening all around you. We won't talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil it.
But if you're a fan of the movie, you'll love it. If you're not, you can pick up on it. It's really easy. All right, so let's go over to the It maze now. If you've been out here, you've been to the It house. It used to be here last year. It was also at Hollywood and Highland, and many of you might have been disappointed at that. This It house here is very long and very amazing. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the centerpiece for this event. It was a huge franchise, and they're working on the sequel right now. So they've really taken that promo house that they did for free at Hollywood and Highland, added onto it, made it better.
They added a ton of it. I mean, it basically goes through every kid's fear in that It house, and you see Pennywise quite a bit. So that was really cool. Also, they have a photo op right outside the house where it's actually a real sewer, and they put Pennywise in there. So I recommend get your photo there, get drowned down there, and float. The Conjuring. I just have to say, I've been to a lot of haunted houses. Conjuring Haunted House was probably one of my favorite haunted mazes of all time. Now, it is a long line, because don't get discouraged by that, but it's only let in 14 people at the time. And
Pro tip, if you get here, go do it first, because it's a small walk-through maze. They only let 14 people in at a time. It's staggered, but so get in that
so
first.
amazing. It feels like you're really in the movie. It was that good. Another one I really love, just because I'm a huge Batman fan, is Batman Arkham Asylum. If you like the video game, this is what it's based off of. And all of your favorite villains from that are in here, including the Judge Joker, Harley Quinn, the Riddler, Scarecrow, and Two-Face.
Yeah, it's not your traditional Batman characters that you're used to from the movies, but if you've played the games and the franchise, you'll recognize the Joker, Harley Quinn.
Even if you didn't play the games like yourself, you still enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, that's true. A few of the characters look different. Like, I didn't know Scarecrow was Scarecrow, but for the most part, yeah, you understand the characters and the storyline.
All right. There's also a Devil's Drop, which is just like a carnival ride. If you like heights like that, I don't. It's weird. I could go through the haunted mazes, but not do the drop. And let's see, what are we missing?
Stage 48.
Stage 48, where they have the Tim Burton exhibits for you.
Yeah, so they have a Tim Burton exhibit right now with costumes from Sweeney Todd and Beetlejuice. But what's cool is they also have the other Stage 48 stuff open from the normal Warner Brothers studio tour. So if you want to sit on the friend's couch, you want to see Harry Potter stuff, you want to hold an Oscar, you can do that.
All right, guys, so if you're a big, passionate fan of horror and love horror movies, this is the place for you. I put this up. They're definitely trying to go after the Universal Studios level, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're not quite there yet. This is only their second or third year, but I think it's definitely a strong effort. Thank you, Warner Brothers, for having us. We had a great time.